We're live. Women in Linux after dark.
No, no,
Pillow
absolutely,
talk session. Pillow talk session. How we Linux coming
absolutely not. I'm
live,
not
live
signing
in
up.
your
I didn't sign
phone.
up for that show.
Women in Linux after dark coming to you live. We got something to say. The South got something to say. After dark. WIL after dark. WIL after dark. Y'all give it up for Tam Sojourner Douglas. Welcome back, D.
Hi.
You ready? You ready to get this popping? That's right. ASMR. I should do a ASMR. ASMR.
Do you have background?
Hmm? Yeah, let's go. After dark. Check us out. Let's stop. After dark. All right, all right, all right. Little tap, 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 tap. Oh. All right, let's crack. You in your Zen space right now? All right. So last week, we talked about platform engineering. I said I would continue that this week as well on the platform engineering side of the house. And I do have some other stuff that I wanted to bring up before we start talking about platform engineering.
Do we do an intro anymore? Or you just off the
Hmm?
word, just
What'd you say?
we don't say, "Hey, this is Tam, Indy, and we are women in Linux, and this is Howie Linux."
No,
Oh,
we just getting straight to it.
oh,
Did you want to do the intro?
it's over now. I done it.
Okay, cool. Thank you. All right. So, one of the conversations that I was having today, centered around cybersecurity and um, cybersecurity and the jobs. So, I'm gonna I'm gonna use my take on these jobs because what I see is this. And I see a lot of people doing this, and it's cool, but I think there needs to be a shift in mindset. So one of the things I see is a lot of people saying that, hey, they went to the boot camps, and then I see a lot of coaches saying, hey, you went to the boot camp, but that doesn't mean that you're gonna come out making a job, making 100,000 or 80 to 100,000, this, that, and the other, so forth and so on. And then there is a lot of talk around uh setting expectations. And I get it, but I'm also like, okay, when we have these discussions and we say we're setting expectations, what are we using as a guide to set those expectations? Because I can tell you right now, I don't use Glassdoor. So that to me, that's a low T expectation. That's just me, right? And then the other part of this is, what is the height of the max that you can get in that job, right? So what I'm getting at is this, and this is what I've always said before, and I say it again. I don't let and I don't apply for jobs that pay me based on where I live. I don't apply to those because my skill set didn't change because I live in Denver or because I live in N- Williamsburg, New York. The my skill set is my skill set. So pay me based on my skill set. I don't even apply to jobs that go with the wherever you live, that's how we're gonna pay you. I don't even go for that. That just means that you're not even looking at my skill set, right? You're looking at how much money you gonna save by switching to Geico. So I don't even get involved in that.
They're thinking about how much money they're going to make.
Right, right. And the other thing is too is the setting the expectations conversation kind of annoys me. Let me tell you why. Because what it says to me is, I'm going to set the expectation that you're going to be minimum or average when you come out. When the expectation I'm expecting of you is to be the best. So if I am going to be the best, I need to know what skill sets are out there that are going to give me my maximum ROI, and where do I need to go get those, and what companies and teams I need to be looking at in order to get that maximum ROI. When I say that maximum ROI, meaning if I know that the job range is from 100,000 to 500,000, I need to know what do I need to be on that 500,000. And the problem that I see is most people are like, well, if you just first come out, you're not gonna you're not gonna get the $100,000 job. You'll get the 60 or 80. And my thing is, no, you may not get the 60 or 80 if you're maximizing your learning potential and being aggressive with your learning and understanding how everything flows, and how to put things together. That's my take. Everybody doesn't have this take. And I already know what the pushback is gonna be. Everybody not you, Tamika. Everybody don't have those skill sets, and everybody know. Well, it's not the fact that everybody don't have those skill sets, it's the fact that maybe, just maybe, you should try. I don't see what is the issue with trying. So I'm going to read to you what I wrote, um, and you all can take that as you may. Right? All right. So it was a mindset about, minimum this, that, and the other, this, that, and so forth. Right. So here's my take. Right. I said, I get the mindset has always been and always be, what is the best case scenario and what is required of the best. Let me rephrase that. My mindset is, uh, what is all and will always be, what is the best case scenario and what is required of the best. I have talked about this before on high performing teams and high performing companies. And so if you go look at those, you could look and say, okay, I may not be right here right now, but in, say, next 2 3 years, I'll be there. But you can't deny yourself on what those are. Because if you don't know what those are, how can you even plan to make that move, right? Do you want to add something before I continue? I can't hear you. You still on mute. Everybody on mute. You still on mute. That's all right. I keep going 'cause I think you want me to keep going.
Yeah, I
All
said keep going. I said you're on a roll.
right. Okay.
You have a
All
train
right.
of thought.
And I said this. I said I formulate my strategy around longevity. Where is the money being put into and the skills needed? The one thing we would never get rid of, and this is why I always stress to you, like the things that I know are gonna be around forever: data centers, servers, satellites. The CDC is not going anywhere. Space missions aren't going anywhere. Veteran affairs, data, how to transfer data, how to secure data, and how to secure anything I just previously mentioned. And that's just a small snippet of where to start, right? I was like, and I don't know any company that doesn't eat off the government indirectly or directly. With that being said, finding the best in those fields and who is paying. So I have posted an article from DARPA. DARPA just announced $1.25 billion in contracts to 6 defense contractors. So when I see that, I'm like, well, who are the 6 defense contractors? What skills are they going to be looking for and what are they going to be hiring for? Why am I looking at that? Because they could need a clearance, they couldn't need a clearance, but I know DARPA does research. And the next thing I hear in my mind is, okay, how can I get a piece of the pie? Whether it's me going in as a company or me going in as a skilled person. I'm looking at how can I eat on that piece of pie over there. Now there's other pies out here in the industry, but I just want that piece of pie. I want to eat off that piece of pie. Who are the 6 contractors? Where are they located? What skills are they looking for? What type of work is it? How can I get in? Is it project management? Is it calls? Do I need to make calls? Is it Scrum Master? Is it DevSecOps? Is it platform? Is it site reliability? Is it security? Is it satellites? Is it what is it that where I need to be? And this is why I always say eh, be that Swiss Army knife. So when something pop up, you can go in any direction that you want to go. My take. All right. So back to what I was saying. I also said my point of looking at places like DARPA or any place, it could be Netflix or whatever, is looking at the longevity of the skills you acquire. I was like, then look at what the max is at those companies, right? Finally, the company size, because here's another trick. The company size could be, hey, that company is small enough where, okay, instead of you getting, equity from Amazon, you might get a kickback of, hey, every year we give bonuses to our people, $20,000. We take the whole company on a family vacation. Bring your friends. We going to the Bahamas. Bring your mom and your dad or whatever the case may be. We going to the Bahamas. It is just different. And when you're looking at smaller companies versus medium versus larger companies, they're a little bit more nimble. They're able to move a little bit more, right? And like I say, pay me for my skills regardless of the other location. I like to be honest. I don't even look at those jobs as part of my pay standards. Trust me, I get the why and coaching people through that. What I have learned to push back on that is because my skills doesn't change because of the city, right? Give me straight up, just give me my ends. For those that are starting out, I know we want to teach being humble, set expectations, and so forth. But what I have learned when you set those expectations and so forth, what I've learned is you humble yourself and you get the minimum of your skills. You get the minimum of that company. You don't get the best of your skills. You don't get the best of that company. You have to be aggressive with your skills. A lot of people don't want to hear that. A lot of people don't want to go down that route. A lot of people want to argue with what that means. You gotta like everybody on the team gotta like you and all of that. No, you gotta deliver. You have to deliver. No one cares about likes. We want deliverer. We want you to be able to deliver. I was like, and the best way to build up your network is to build up your skills. If you don't know how to network with other people, go build up your skills. What do I mean by that? Your skills put you in other rooms. So if you go to a conference and you're speaking at a conference, that's a skill that you're using, and that you're talking and you're teaching others. But guess what ends up happening? Those very same skills that you're using right then opens up the door for other people to see you. You just networking and submitted your talk, but now you're utilizing your skills for other people to see you, right? So your skills allow you to get into other rooms without you actually even really trying. And when I say really trying, I mean trying to talk to other people and network. That's what I mean. I've seen it too many times. Be aggressive in your learning and confident in your presentation. There are all types of teams out there, but the high performing teams are not taking no for an answer. That's what I wrote. I'm done, D. Anything you want to add?
I was listening. It's one of those things, I'm gonna always hit it from the other angle is it's having that confidence to show up for yourself at the end of the day. And I think a lot of people don't have that confidence to show up for themselves and ask the questions and do the work and know that they are above average. And because they don't know the space, that fear is holding them back in a sense where it's just like when you get in the space, you realize a lot of the people that you work with are really mediocre. Like,
Not only that, but you know what I've noticed is I'm gonna get in and then they gonna see me do work. That don't work. That don't work.
or they're gonna train me to do this and that.
That don't work. You got to go in with the confidence of, okay, I'm in here. I'm gonna get paid up front because I tell you to get your money up front, and then I'm gonna get in here. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna look and see what how the market is moving. You always got to look and see how the market is moving, what's going on, and then go from there. Like this whole thing with the border and Israel, it's gonna be jobs. Them jobs is 10 years. 10 years. Why? Because we're looking at, okay, how those people gonna get employed, where they gonna eat at, the data for it. Even taking it one step further, satellite transmission, the whole nine. Like there's just so much that goes into that, and so many different companies are going to get formed. So many people are going to do different type of work, cleaning it up, traveling over there, uh saving people, coordination, plane flying, even down to toiletries and so forth and so on. All of that stuff is going to be a whole different ball game, and the quicker we recognize that, because we're not the ones that's making the money. We're not the ones that's making the money. It's your IONQs, it's your Databricks, it's your VMwares. It is all those companies that's making money. So if you want to make money off of that, you can indirectly make money off of that. And when people say, "Oh no, I don't want to work for the government. I don't want to do that," you do it anyway. If you go work at Amazon, Amazon work for the government. So
All the companies work for the government. They got a
everybody
contract.
eats off of the government. I don't care how they try to tell you they don't, they do. Even if a startup tell you they don't eat off the government, the people that are their customer eats off the government in order to pay them to do the work. Trust me. So it cracks me up. I'm just telling you, either you're gonna get in the game or you're not gonna, or you're not, right? You're gonna have other people on the sideline, right? So speaking of getting in the game, okay, another part of the conversation that I was having was, and I've talked about this before, is some people don't want to be technical, but you're gonna be technical anyway. I don't I don't know how you not be technical working at a tech startup. You're gonna be technical. All right. So what am I talking about? All right. So there are companies out there that want you to write for them technical articles. So there are plenty more than this list that I have here. I am just going to show you the type of money that you can make by writing these articles. All right. So let's start up with Airbyte. Let me get my thing here. Okay, a little bit bigger. Okay, Airbyte is a data integration platform dedicated to providing users with tools they need to succeed, focused on two types of articles: data insights and tutorials. The platform pays $900 per article. Each article is expected to be 1,500 to meet its technical audience. Right, $900 per article. Stack Overflow, Stack Overflow Q&A. They offer uh $500 per article for people who want to write for them. Right. Twilio, they offer 650 an article. 650 an article. So imagine you wrote, and it passed, and you writing 4 articles a month, right? 4 articles a month, right? For various platforms. That's an easy side money of $5,000, side money of 650, whatever the case may be. Vonage, they want you to write an article, and it's $500 an article. Voltaire or Volt R is $600 an article. Tutorials Point, with a price tag of $500 per piece. Tutorials is open to vast technical writers, so you could be writing on the side. $500. The Bot Forge. This looks like, is this francs or euros? I think it's euros. That I think they come out to 210 an article or something like that, from if you do the conversion. Webney, the program offers $300 per article and also gives writers the opportunity to pitch their idea. Tech Beacon, which talks about app testing and DevOps. Q&A, $400 an article. And TechWell, a consulting company, improve that helps organizations improve their testing practices. They offer $200 an article. This is just a few of the ones that I found in this article, but there are others. So if you're looking to break into tech, but you're still like trying to support yourself, the best way to learn something is go play with it and start writing an article about it, right? So, Down to Earth says, I'm interested in cybersecurity and want to see as engineers is working on one of my projects. I expressed my interest in learning, and he said his door is wide open and will help me create a CS path. There you go. Jerome, you said you just applied to Voltaire. I think that's how you say their name. Volt R. They are based out of West Palm Beach, but mainly remote tech jobs. Again, another way to get into them, Jerome, is go write articles for them. That's an easy way to get into them. Is to write articles on their platform. Let's see. All right, so let's go down here. They're a cloud hosting company, so 9 times out of 10, they would love somebody to come in and write how to do stuff on their platform, which goes back to platform engineering. All right, so here's the products that they have. Um, Pricing partners. I'm assuming they have some how tos on here, possibly. Web hosting, one click deploy. Here's docs right here. All right, so operating system, one clicks, development, game servers, the whole nine. So they will want somebody to come in and write an article, right? Write an article. How do you set up and secure Kubernetes on their platform? How do you do basic things, right? And I'm sure they have a person to talk to. They even have a sysadmin section, all right? How to use SSH with their servers, best practices, the whole nine. So yeah, so these are the type of things that these different companies, it's super small here, look for when you're on their platform, right? They have a platform. So again, check out their platform and then go from there. But again, they are paying people to write on their stuff. They're paying $600 per article. $600 per article, right? And they say click here. Here's the creator guide right here. Prerequisites be introduction to the creator program, introduction to the Volunteer Create dashboard, how to request an assignment, choose available topics or navigate to doc assignments, click request assignment. When your assignment is ready, state the changes from the requested to allocated to add, write your article in markdown language, proofread it, the whole nine style, get a second person, use active voice. They got all the things laid out for you on how they want that to look. All right. They have it all laid out. So you can't go, they already have the guide. You just need to follow along. And it's only probably 1,500. They'll tell you what the length of the article should be. All right. All right. So the other one is like a piggyback off for Saturday. Saturday, I talked about companies um that pay for your college tuition. AT&T was one, Verizon was another one, SIC is another one. So, and they pay for your bachelor's, your master's, and your PhD. So here, scroll down. This is how tuition reimbursement works. Yeah. But 10 jobs that pay for college. If your current employer doesn't offer tuition reimbursement or you're in the market for a new job, here's a list that pay for college while you're employed. While you're employed. Amazon, Boeing, they have 25,000 per year in tuition assistance. Disney, Disney pays 100% of the employees' tuition costs for courses and programs. Home Depot, full-time employees can receive 3,000, part-time 100, 1,500, and 50% for tuition and books. Lowe's, eligible associate receive access to 100 debt-free education programs and more than 20 universities. Lowe's employees can also receive up to 2,500 to cover tuition. How many of you think Lowe's and Home Depot have tech? Please tell me you don't think Lowe's and Depot don't have no tech, please. Right? Let's go. Go look at Lowe's jobs. And let's go to technology. All right. Explore tech roles at Lowe's. And right there, we have senior data scientist. Jerome, thank you for your $10 super chat. You are welcome. You are welcome. Senior infrastructure engineer, senior software engineer, full stack, senior data technology operations, senior software technology operation analyst, right? Now that's in the technology, right? Let's go back and look at corporate. Because what falls under corporate? Well, under corporate, they got technology, marketing, accounting, and finance, asset protection and security, merchandising and contact centers, human resources, legal risk and compliance and communications, strategic sourcing and real estate growth, right? Contact center leadership, right? Global merchandising. The list goes on, right? At Lowe's, these are the what we call like their subgroups in Lowe's. Lowe's Black, Lowe's Asian Pacific, Able, Latino, Pride, Generations Vet, and Women Empowered. So they have their own what we call SRGs or BRGs. They got them right here as the name BRGs, business resource groups inside of Lowe's, right? Summer internship program, the Launchpad, an immersive Launchpad. Launchpad launched in 2022 has helped strengthen their skills as they enter the industry while seeking job placement. So they have a Launchpad program. What's going on, Cheryl? How you doing? You driving? So our immersive Launchpad program launched in 2022, right? They also got the continual education program. Our 100% tuition free education program has helped over 31 associates continue their education. So you may start out at junior college and then you may move from junior college up to want to go to school full time. Let the company pay for it, right? Let the company pay for it. You don't have a reason not not to not get your education when it's free. You know, I don't know why we can't get. I don't know. Do you not want a free degree? The time it takes, yes, there's time. But if I can get my degree for free, I'm going for it. I don't know about you, right? So that's just at Lowe's. Home Depot has the same thing. Delta as well. I think Home Depot has their apprenticeship program coming up. Find jobs. Let's just hit go. All right. So here, look at this map. Look at this map all across the United States. Look at this map all across the United States. All right. So now let's go by job category. See, administrative, internship. Let's go by technology and let's just, all right, here we go. This looks like that's Utah, but they got stuff in Atlanta too. So Atlanta, they got a product manager, senior software engineer, developer, online team, product manager, systems engineer manager. These all remote. These are all remote right here, right? You can go check out their website. Once you also on their website, you should be looking at benefits right here. What are the benefits? All right, elder care. Find help so you won't be overwhelmed by deciding on the right care for your loved ones. Backup care, additional resources, lifestyle. Let me see what else they got in here. Financial planning, 401k, college planning, so forth. Associate discount, benefits for the whole family. Discounts on tutors if you need a tutor for math, science, and reading for your loved ones. Parental leave, adoption help, college prep, associate discounts on gym, electronics, and groceries. They got meal kits, groceries, and food delivery. Right, so you get a slew of things as well to help you out. Right, so check out Home Depot, check out Lowe's, check out Publix, check out HEB, Kroger, all of the Albertsons, all of the major grocery stores have tech, including
Safeway,
Dollar General.
Ralph's.
Hmm?
I said Safeway, Ralph's, Lucky
Yep, same way.
Foods,
Yep,
Whole Foods,
yep,
Aldi,
all of them.
Big
So,
Lots.
so don't be on the sidelines working at BitLocks as a cashier when you can go work at when you can work at on a tech side. at BitLocks, or the tech side at Dollar General. Or what's the other one? Say, is it Save a Lot?
Save a lot.
Let's go Save a Lot. Let's go Save a Lot jobs. All right, Save a Lot jobs and careers. Home office, distribution positions. Let's go down here to careers. It's the same thing. Let's go home office positions. Let's see what they got. They're based out of Ohio. Looks like, or this one, yeah, order selector, distribution main order selector, VP of merchandising, Plant City, category manager. Let's look and see. Let's see. Save a Lot. Cloud jobs. I know they got some jobs in the cloud somewhere. Let's see, hourly rate. What's this? Save a Lot salary. Okay, yeah. So it looks like here on salary.com, they have a blockchain developer, they have a cloud SA, they have a program analyst. Looks like on salary.com, they got some jobs that they had there right here. I gotta log in, but I'm not logging in. So go to salary.com and look up the jobs that they have right here. Save a Lot. See if they're remote, something you can do on the side, right? Something you can do on the side. All right. So those are the employers that pay: Qualcomm, Starbucks, Target, Waste Management. Waste Management employees who enroll in relevant educational programs through a partner institution can receive tuition assistance, GED, and so forth. For those that are in Atlanta, and you have someone who does not have their GED, can get a GED for free. Atlanta Area Tech offers GED, cooking classes, and HVAC classes for free. There's no reason why you should be struggling on basic math and reading when you can get your GED. You shouldn't be struggling on getting and I think they still have that partnership set up where you can go into data science at the community colleges, and you end up going to like Georgia Tech or Georgia State to get your 4-year degree. And it's a scholarship program that they pay for. They just need people to join it.
And also, isn't the GED offered by the EDD office,
The who do office?
the Department of Education?
Oh, I don't
Don't
know.
they offer the GED?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea. But I know Atlanta Area Tech, you can go get it for. We offer GED services at no cost. You should not be walking around Atlanta without a high school diploma. And there's also other programs that they offer as well too. But I don't know why you're not out there getting all the free, soaking up all the free stuff. Who gonna soak up all the free stuff? The ones that's crossing the border. They're gonna soak up all the free stuff, right? So get all tuition free programs. I'm just here to show you. You can go look at your schools around the city, your city, to see. I'm just showing you so tuition free programs as well. All right. Let me see. Health and public. I know HVAC is on here. Let me go HVAC, Atlanta area tech. And I think some of the plumbing classes are free as well too. Right? And I think some of the plumbing classes are free. So you want to get somebody a trade, send them to school to get their HVAC, go get their HVAC, they can go get on their plumbing license, the whole nine. You can start and get it for free. Why? I don't know why we're having this discussion about people not being employed, and especially in Atlanta. I don't know why. when you got stuff out there for free. And it's on the bus line. I don't want to hear nothing about you can't catch the bus. It's on the bus line. The bus drops you off right in front of the school. How do I know? Because I've been to the school and I was over there trying to take an exam for something. Like it won my red hats. It was some exam I had to take, and I was over at the school trying to get the exam. And I just went through and I'm like, well, what do they offer? Like, because Atlanta Area Tech been around since I was a child. So I'm like, what else do they offer? So I went over there and did my own exploring. And this how I found out. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Right? Jerome, I think you have to look over in Sarasota. HVAC free classes.
Florida
Um,
has a lot of resources. You just need to know where to look. I mean,
yeah,
we talk to these schools, and they're just like Career Source has money. Just depends on where you're looking and what you're trying to do.
yeah. Career Source gives you 2,700 per for 2 years. For you to go take classes. For basically on them for free. You get certifications in AWS. You get certification in whatever, and you go take the classes for free. So I'm just showing you there's a there's a school down in Sarasota that I went down there and I did a talk there. I spoke at this I spoke here on Linux. They have some Linux training that they were teaching people for free, and people wanted to know what their outlook was if they learn it. What could be the result of it? They got a state of the art facility. They got a whole bunch of money they put into their data center locally. So again, when we're talking about it, utilize what's already free for you. You don't have to sit up here and wonder like where I'm gonna get this money from. I just showed you could write an article and get paid $900 to write an article. You can use that $900 for that article to go pay for a class or go pay for a an exam. You write multiple articles and you just tooling around with stuff, and now you have experience with the stuff, and now you can say, okay, well, let me see if I can get a job. Let me see who I can talk to. Next thing you know, you really wrote yourself into a job. Really, this is what you did. So, we have to be cognizant of what that looks like for ourselves. Again, the people who are getting paid are the ones that are moving in the circles that are aggressive in terms of skill set and understanding how to lay that out for everybody.
And
That's
the
my
resources are out here. Again, we always say be the solution. Like the solution starts with you as well. Yes, we can give you a list of resources, but if you don't go and dig in and look up and do the work, or have your essays ready, your cover letters, you're not willing to go ahead and take the time out to fill up those applications and let that stuff pass you by, that's on you. Definitely on you. They're there. I don't care what comes across. I fill it out, and hey, all they can say is no. Keep planting the seeds. Do
Mhm.
the work. Plant the seeds. Do the work. Plant the seeds. You can't say no, they're not going to hire me. Keep going. Move on to something else. Plant that seed and keep on going. Be intentional about it.
All right. So now let's get into the platform engineering. This is a report. It is the State of DevOps report, the platform engineering from Puppet, which was bought by the company Preforce or Perforce or Preforce. I think that's how you say it. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to give you an overview of it, right? So first one is platform engineering is proven to unlock DevOps success at scale. DevOps success at scale. Let's go here. All right. So it says organizations have adopted platform engineering. Let me blow it up a little bit more. Organizations that have adopted platform engineering are experiencing significant improvements into across standardization and process and helping them to better realize the benefits of DevOps. An overwhelming majority, 94%, agreed that the concept is helping their organizations better realize the benefits of DevOps. 68% of the respondents are experiencing an increase in development velocity, with 42% reporting that the speed of development has improved a great deal. The majority of the respondents are experiencing a wide variety of benefits, ranging from improvements in system reliability to greater productivity to better workflow and standards, right? When done well, oh, I hate when it does that. Let me go back up. All right, when done well, platform engineering benefits the entire organization. And again, we're talking about benefits to the entire organization. The ROI, be the solution. We adopt doing this framework. We adopt doing this. What is the solution? How are we moving? What does that look like for us? These are things you got to be thinking of, right? All right, organizations are waking up to the benefits of platform engineering. Firms in which a platform team has been in operation for less than 3 years, 56% of the respondents report they're completely confident and very confident, right? So let's get into this right here. All right. So welcome to 2023 State of DevOps Report, our 11th edition. For more than a decade, we reported DevOps as it's emerged from grassroots practitioner-led trend into a massive movement of adopters, experts, vendors, and consultants. It's undeniable that DevOps has changed the IT industry for the better, with a significant uptick in automation, infrastructure as code, measurement, collaboration, systems thinking. I've been talking about design thinking. I've been saying this, right? Um, all helping us deliver better software more quickly is become so prevalent that many organizations don't even use the term DevOps anymore. They've internalized all its lessons. This is simply how they work, right? Let's see, Jerome, you say my skill set I stay on top of, been setting up some VMs on VirtualBox, configuring using Ansible. Yep, I'm stuck on the Terraform issue I'm having, but I'll figure it out. Yep. So let's keep going. All right, here we go. At the same time, there's a huge variation in DevOps, in what DevOps actually means, particularly inside large companies. I tell you, small, medium, large, three different styles of companies, three different styles. Know that when you interview. Know that it's a small company, a large company, a small, medium, or large company. Why? Because if you know that you need to have your handheld, you're probably not going to get that too much at a small company. And I'm going to tell you why. The smaller startup companies need for you to be a jack of all trades. At the larger companies, you'll probably get your handheld. Medium companies, you may get your handheld depending on the team. Now, if you get on a team that's moving rapidly, they ain't got time to hold your hand. They're going to be like, here, this 500-page book. Let us know when you get it done in the next 2 days, and we're gonna go on there. Here's the particular chapters you need to read, and then we're gonna push that on. It depends. It really depends. Not all companies are the same. You just got to look at them, right? All right. It says, given the vast spectrum between teams that are so DevOps that they don't use the term at all, the teams use the term DevOps, but in a way, excuse me, that runs counter to the spirit of the movement. We decided it was fruitless to continue to survey the entire DevOps landscape, and that we should instead focus on platform engineering, a trend we've been tracking over the number of years of our reports that has been rapidly gaining traction as a way for larger companies to improve software delivery. In our most recent DevOps report, we found despite the prevalence of DevOps practices across organizations, nearly 80% remain in the middle of their journey, experiencing varying degrees of success at the team level, but not across the entire organization. And then over here, they're showing over the survey the number of respondents that identify as highly evolved. And we see highly evolved at 18% in 2021. You see it's gradually getting, it's growing over time, right? What is platform engineering? Platform engineering is the discipline of designing and building self-service capabilities to minimize cognitive load for developers and to enable fast flow software delivery. Platform teams deliver shared infrastructure platforms to internal users, responsible for delivering a value stream, typically software developers and engineers. The platform team continuously develops, builds, maintains, and supports underlying infrastructure in order to build itself solutions, enabling development teams to deliver quickly and providing consistency to the rest of the organization. Platform teams to enabling development to teams deliver quickly and providing consistency to the rest of the organization. Platform teams must adopt a product mindset, right? Be the solution. Be the solution. What is the product? What are we giving back? Ensuring that they have feedback loops with their users and their and that they're building systems that solve problems their users face. The same principles and the process that apply to the product management, user research, product roadmaps, soliciting feedback, iterating, launching, maintaining, and marketing are in use by highly effective platforms, right? Platform engineering. All right, let's keep going. Platform engineering and platform teams. Platform engineering is not new, and DevOps is not dead. All right, let me see if we can get to some charts here. That's it. That's how DevOps has evolved. And it says here, like DevOps, platform engineering makes heavy use of automation, focus on collaboration, requires empathy across organizational functions, and keeps people rather than technology front and center. It's perfectly aligned with DevOps and is proving to be a viable way for many enterprises to do DevOps at scale in a highly complex and varied environments, right? Let's see. We got an idea of what it means today. Cool kid in town. All right. Let me go back up. Platform team adoptions. While teams have been implementing platforms for years, the formation of platform teams is relatively new in the history of DevOps, with a plurality of 27% reporting that platform teams at their organization were formed within the last 2 to 3 years. A full 8% of respondents report that platform teams have been implemented within the past year, while twice that 16% report that it happened within the last 2 years. All right, here we go. How long has there been a platform team at your organization? You can see right here 3 to 5 years right here, but there's an orange at 16% and green is 2 to 3 years right here. 2 to 3 years, right? 5 years here, and 5% say we don't even know. So it's fairly new in terms of concept. Fairly new in terms of concept, right? And then they go on to why platform engineering. And here we go. Whoa, it's missed it right here. What led to the creation of platform team engineering at your organization? Let me blow that up some so you can see that at the bottom. I hate that it keeps switching on me like that. Let's go back up. Let me come back in. Okay, I think I can read it. Okay, oh, that's the goals. What led to the platform? What led to the creation of platform team at your organization? We increased the speed of delivery. I'm gonna read it to you. We needed to scale up. Engineers were taking on too much work. A consulting firm recommended a change. We wanted to control our infrastructure spending. Different product teams were duplicating work, and you'll find that different teams will be building the same platforms. Different teams will be building the same platforms. Y'all will be doing the same work. This team over here is using VMware, AWS, Azure, GitHub, Travis CI, or Jira. And this team over here, the only difference is they may be using Argo CD or something like that. But you'll find that all the teams are using all these different tools when they could be using one tool or one platform, and then have a larger team to manage that platform and get the requirements from the internal customers that they need, right? Different product teams were duplicating work. Our product catalog expanded. A newly hired senior leader advocated for it, right? But the number one thing is we needed to increase the speed of delivery. So when you hear this, the question you should be asking in an interview is, you have platform engineering, or you have a platform, how has it increased the speed of delivery to the customer? What bottlenecks are you seeing? What improvements have you made? What improvements do you need to make? Where's the team going right now? What skill sets does the team have? How can I be a value add to the team? What value add are you going to add to me? These are questions that you should be asking just off that one topic. Just off that one. Next one says, what are the key goals of the platform team? Problem solving, educate and empower developer teams, set and promote best practices. Again, what are the best practices for their organization? You need to find that out. What is the bar? Where's the bar at? What are we set forth, right? Optimize iteration speed, build and enforce security processes, educate and empower product teams. That's your goal. Your goal is, we create the platform, we make it easy for you to use. That article, those technical journals, those articles that I was talking about, where somebody get paid $900 for an article or $600, that's your job. Is to create those articles internal for people to know how to use the platform that you all are creating, to make it easier for them to use, right? Accelerate the org's cloud native journey, improve observability, right? These are the key goals for platform teams. These are key interview questions that you can be asking. I'll post this in Slack. What services should fall within the platform team scope? Building and managing infrastructure to support teams, automating workflows and processes, services that enable application development teams to build, deploy, and run their applications, access control, building and managing developer environments, building and managing deployment pipelines, managing costs and resources, involvement in app architecture. The one that's at the very end that you really need to be looking at is involvement in app architecture. That's super huge, because sometimes you need to be sitting in on the meetings when they're designing these new apps to say, okay, how should we design this app? Do we need Memcache? Do we need to have some type of back end? Do we need to have some type of different type of back end? What cloud are we using? Where are these things at? These are things that you need to be aware of and need to be using. And you need to know how to use them. You need to know what's the benefit, what's the pro, and what's the con. All right. It says, how many self-service platforms are within your organization? And this one right here is, and this green right here is 19%. I'm assuming, right? That looks like that green. And then this one right here is 15%. Right. So this one right here says 6 are in our platform. 1 is in red. So this is what they're typically seeing on average. If you look right here, you got 2. Looks like the most is 2. Right. And then this was talks about what capabilities does the self-service platform offer? Project planning, built-in security and compliance. You always talking about how does DevOps and platform engineering intertwine? This is how it all intertwines. Security, monitoring production application, operation of infrastructure deployment, compiling and building code, and testing of code bases. These are all pipelines that you'll build if you're doing DevOps, right? And I won't continue to go through the rest of this. I save it for next week. I wanted to get this out to you as part of that. I do have some other stuff I want to go to. We're gonna finish that one next week. I want to get to this before next week. Let me pull this up. It's actually a video, and I'm gonna scroll through this video really quickly. Yes. All right, so let me back up on this video, and then what I'll do is I'm gonna move it over to another thing. This is in guide to help you out for those that are looking for help on skills and skill gaps. I think this is everyone can learn from this can learn from this video. And let me unmute.
When you're giving it to your manager
and then
versus maybe people that you manage.
Let me go here.
Is it the same? Yeah. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think I really kind of rely on a framework.
I want to rewind it. It's not letting me go back. Oh, here we go. Here it is right here. All right, let's go here. Okay, so this video is addressing skill gaps for engineers. There is a diagram out here on the website. She has it's in the actual video on where you can go and download it and check it out for yourself. But I thought this would be great because we're talking about DevOps and platform engineering and bridging that skill gap for engineers really across the board. But she breaks it down. So I'm going to turn my sound up here and turn it up there. That's up there. Yep. All right. So D, you ready? All right. So here. It ended up going to the end then. All right, let's go.
I think that, I can't be everything to all of my reports at once. I
don't know why it's starting in the beginning of this. Oh, let me see. Oh, I know why it's doing that. Hold on. I think I got to sign in. And I don't think, oh no, I'm signed in. I don't know why it's starting at like the.
We're going to hear from our next speaker, Russ.
I don't know why it's starting at that moment. Hold on.
Feedback when you're giving it to your manager.
All of my reports.
Hold on.
Often professional motto.
It's backing up now.
In general, when you.
All right, here we go.
Development. A big part of that is often about filling in those important gaps. And that's what we're going to be learning about next when we hear from Kristen. So Kristen Spencer is a senior engineering manager at League, a digital health platform which is shaping the future of healthcare. She leads engineering teams that turn health data into accessible and actionable insights, and considers her core values to be optimism, authenticity, and fun. She also has a reputation for building teams that reflect those qualities. I have certainly worked in teams that were not fun, so it sounds like I should have been working with somebody else. Previously, Kristen led front-end engineering at a top digital consultancy and taught web development at Juno College. She resides in Toronto, Canada, with her partner and 2 kids. Kristen, thank you so much indeed for joining us today. Over to you.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me here. I'm thrilled to be a part of this day and floored that I'm sharing the stage with such excellent, high quality speakers. So thanks again. So as let me get my slides up here. As Sam mentioned, the topic of my discussion here today is identifying and
Okay, so she is a senior engineering manager at League, Leau, GUE, in case you want to look her up. Is Mendenhall. It's Christian Mendenhall League. That's her name. And she's director of engineering at League Power and Digital Transformation in Healthcare. So you could go check her out there. And then here is let me see. So here is one of the just straight off her off of her LinkedIn. She has addressing skill gaps for senior engineers, but the one that we're looking at is not for senior engineers. It's just engineers in general. And then there are different episodes here addressing skill gaps for your engineering team or in your engineering team. Ego, how do engineers learn? A model for teaching skills and wisdom. And episode 4, how to build multi-platform skills in your mobile device. Excuse me. And addressing skill gaps for senior engineers. And then 6, 5 things you need to know from addressing your team's technical skill gaps. And so it's a breakdown here of all those different things that you can take a look at. I'll give this to Dee. She can post in the chat. You can go take a gander at it at your own leisure. But I wanted you to have that, right? All right. So now let's get back to the video. I'm gonna scan through it because I just want to get to the meat and potatoes of it. All right. Let me see here. That's her doing the introduction. Okay. Here we go. Goal of the senior engineer. Okay.
of that confusion and give you a plan to start advocating for yourself and filling in those skills gaps. Getting a senior title is a huge career milestone. So often this is referred to as a career level title. So what that means is there might not be any more expectation in your company that you are working towards the next level beyond senior, so long as you're meeting the expectations in your role. Depending on where you work, there might be paths towards staff, principal, engineer. There might be.
Now, remember when I said that I like senior engineer, right? After senior, it goes professional, senior, staff, principal, and then there's distinguished. So you could be a distinguished engineer, right? That's like the pinnacle. But you have to know what companies actually hire for those. Those are your bigger companies, your Netflixes, your Netflix, your what's the one Amazon, your Googles, they hire for that. Even your ByteDance, those are the ones that hire for that. So let's go. So it says here, achievement unlocked. Getting promoted to a senior is a huge milestone and often considered a career level position, right?
Opportunities to move into management, but that isn't for everybody. And those roles really are more of a career change than a promotion in a lot of cases. So hitting that senior level is a real accomplishment and something that people spend quite a bit of time working towards fairly often. By taking a course, reading a book, I have on my desk here possible.
Okay.
The expectation is that you don't stay in this level for long. And the path to promotion is really just about figuring out what's between you and comfortably contributing to the code base with less support. Often that skills gap can be filled.
So she's talking about going from junior to mid and then mid to senior. Most of the time, people look at junior mid the same, depending on the company. And then moving from mid to senior. Senior now, it used to be 10 years for senior, but senior is now 5 years. So if you've been there and in a company for 5 years and you haven't moved up to senior, or you don't have a pathway to get to senior, then that may not be the company for you. You got to move on, right? So you gotta know what's in front of you in terms of like accessibility to more work. I mean more work and accessibility for training, right? What's your accessibility to get training? So let's get back to it.
By taking a course, reading a book. I have on my desk here my early career Bible, JavaScript, The Good Parts, and O'Reilly Classic. These are the types of tools that you can really use to help fill those gaps. But as you kind of level up in seniority, the difference between mid-level engineer and senior engineer, and even more so between senior staff and beyond, is more broad. And it's less clear what you need to do to get there. So it's pretty common that people might be spending, a year or less at the junior level, but you're going to be spending more time as you grow in those next stages.
All right, so
super important factors that are.
All right, so here's the engineering ladder here that she has. It talks about your technical side, your delivery side, and your leadership side, right? Your technical side, your delivery side, and your leadership side. So let's see if we can get this website right up. HTTPS, bit 101, engineering ladder. Let's see if it's still up. Okay, so Word document. And let me make it a little bigger here. All right, it says, welcome. This document contains software engineering career ladder at League. This is what they use at League. But you can see here they have definitions of scope and influence, impact, time horizon, and average time in role. And then they have the engineering technical track. Let me go back down a little bit here. You can see here they have it broken down into project management. They have the pay band here. They also have on this page senior engineer 2, PE3, PE4, what that looks like, 2 to 3 years, average time in a role, coaching, feedback, and so forth. And then they have engineering management track if you were going to hop over to being a manager. Now, how can you utilize this for infrastructure or platform engineering? You can utilize this as a guide as to like where you should be at, what that looks like for you, and so forth. I'm gonna spend a little bit more time on skill gaps and so forth. I'm gonna go back to this video, but I'm gonna give it for platform engineering and DevOps as well too, so we can have at least a guide so you guys can know. And then here, domain expertise, highly proficient in one or more technical areas, back end, front end, infrastructure. That's an engineering manager. There's an engineering manager too, and so forth. And if you come back over here, domain expertise as an engineering 1, interested in learning about domain and best practices.
Can you throw that up for us, Sam? Or are you trying to get all the field?
I'm just trying to get it all. I'm just reading it out loud. When you get down here to senior engineer, expert in one or more technical areas, actively seeks to bring industry advance to lead. And then they got the fellow engineer, industry expert in one or more technical domains and applies the expertise to level up leads engineering discipline. And principal, widely seen inside and out of the company as an expert in broad engineering discipline, and uses that knowledge to level up lead. Right. So these are things. You can still use these concepts in understanding where you're at as far as level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. This is why I tell you go back to your skills matrix. This is why I tell y'all to create your skills matrix so you can identify where you're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then know where you need to improve. If you're a 3 over here and a 5 over here, how can you make this one a 5 and move it to the right, right? And then 2, how you, and this is the one thing here, in every position you are, there is some type of leadership principle or some type of leadership, I guess, what's the word, principle that you exude from yourself, right? So this is important. So you can see here, they got it broken down into technical, delivery, and leadership. I think this is a good letter. I think this is a good place to start for you all that don't have an idea and want to get an idea on where the path that you can set forth for yourself, understanding the skills that you need for the position, understand are you going to be a SME, a subject matter expert in that domain, or are you going to just be a journalist in it, or and then you may be a SME in something else. That's it, D. That's all I got tonight. I didn't want to keep going because I can.
I know.
What?
I know.
Yeah, I don't want to keep going, but I can. But I want to get that out to show, hey, here is a here's how you can break into tech, right? Writing articles is one way because it gives you the know-how to how to use the product. And whatever product you write for, you should go apply at that company to work. Another way is being a subject matter expert and in a particular domain, but maybe you may be a journalist in other ones. That's the T shape. So, what does it mean to be a staff, a senior staff, principal, distinguished fellowship? What does all that mean? You have that there. You can utilize that link for your own edification, and taking it one step further, how do teams, top-notch teams, perform? How do they interact with each other? What skill sets do they have? What value add are you going to bring to that team? Now, let's take all of that and push it to the side. Suppose that you were going to develop a company and you had a product that you wanted to sell, or a platform that you created. You want to have some guidelines, some best practices, so forth and so on. So, with that being said, you can still take what you learned over here in your day-to-day job and use it over here in the company that you created. That's it. That's all I got, D. Y'all
sure?
let me know in the chat.
You
Put
sure
you
you're gonna be gone? You're gonna be all week. Is there anything else you got to get off your chest? Because I do know you probably need to, get some stuff done. But it was definitely good information. Those links, I'm gonna look at that stuff myself. Like I said, when I come to the show, sometimes it's a treat to get the new information as it come out. But I just want to reiterate for people, the theme of it is always be the solution. When you go in the mindset of being the solution, you're already winning. Think of everything from that frame of reference. Is this what am I about to present? Is this part of being the solution? Are the questions I'm asking, is the information that I'm receiving, are the skills that I'm studying, is this helping me be the solution? Can I show up for myself in the best way possible? Does this make me position myself to prosper as the solution? So just want to reiterate that.
Yep. And like I said, put a 1 in the chat if you like what you heard tonight. Also, D has put the links out there. I'll post these inside of Slack. I have to figure out where I'm gonna post them at. But I wanted you to be in the mindset, because we're ending 2023 I want you to already have what you're going to do next year already planned out. You should have that already planned out. If you don't have that already planned out, you need to sit down and think about it, because the end of the year is when all the classes and stuff go on sale anyway. Especially around Thanksgiving, Black Friday, all the classes and stuff go on sale.
Right now, these budgets for the years, like this money for these budgets, these grants and stuff, is they need to spend it or they're gonna lose it.
Yep. So this will be a good time this month, not next month, but this month is to spend the rest of this month planning for 2024. You should already have that in the works on, like, okay, on this week I'm gonna be studying this. Have your calendar set up, have all these things set up. Because if not, I mean, 2023 went by so quick. 2023 went, let you looked up and it was August.
Thing was over.
It's over. Once we get October, it's over. The rest of the year is over. People gonna be on vacation. People going to see loved ones. Company shut down the last two weeks of the year. It's a wrap. It's over. So anything that you thought you was gonna do, you said you was gonna get started on,
It just blinked and it was over.
it's over. Yep. So get your money up. Lambo Mercy, I see you. Make sure you study. Listen. Platform engineering, DevSecOps, site reliability engineering. It's an art to those things. They do take deep study and they do take deep time, but it is a greater reward on the other end. I've said it before, I say it again. It is okay to be a W-2 multimillionaire. I would say it's okay to be a W-2 multimillionaire. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. I posted a job. I think I posted it in Slack. One of the jobs for a lead threat detection engineer out of New York, base 250K to 300K, total comp 500K. You know, some people be like, oh, they ain't number 500. Well, okay, number 500. Okay, number 5, but okay. You know, what side of the map you want to be on? You want to be at the 25K to 30K with a total comp of 50K, or you want to be at the total comp of 500K? And people be like, oh, it takes forever to get there. But I'm giving you the tools to put in place where you could be a senior engineer, where you could be a lead engineer, where you could be a principal engineer. Where you could be I've been both. I've been principal, I've been lead, I've been senior. Well, I've been all three. So again, lead is a little different than what principal is. There's still things that people have to listen to you for, but as the lead, you make the final decision. As the lead, you make the final decision, and you got to make sure that
lead.
and you got to make sure people are in place to support you. See, that what they don't talk about is, as the lead, if your team is always pushing against you, then it doesn't work. So you got to make sure your team understands what it is that you're trying to do and where you're trying to go. They can push back all they want to, but this is what we're doing. You got to have buy-in, but you got to have buy-in for the person that's paying the bit, cutting the check. They're not cutting the check, but I get it. You got to have buy-in from them too, but sometimes you just got to be like, this is what we're doing and this is where we're going. And you got to have support from management on the decisions that you're making as well too, right? So it's okay to be a W-2 millionaire. It's okay to be a 1099 millionaire, a 401 millionaire. It's okay to be a self-directed.
Your decision.
What'd you say?
The road to your millions is your decision.
Yeah. So
you got options.
Again, I'm presenting these topics to you, I'm presenting them for you not to be at the $100,000 level. I told you before, and I say it again. I don't care nothing about $100,000. That is not my testimony. That's not where I'm at. A minimum of 200 and up, and I should adjust for inflation, right? So again, that's how I look at stuff. That's where I'm at. That's what I know you can get to. And don't let nobody else tell you different, because people will tell you can't get there. Listen, if the jobs get posted for 250 to 300, who you think getting them? The person that's probably applying to them, the person that's probably got the skills. If you're not applying and you don't have the skills, you don't get there. That's just how it works. So
shoot your shot.
Shoot your shot and get ready to go for the ride. That's how I look at it. All right, D, I'm out.
Me too.
All right, y'all be safe.